I think SC fans heard a ton of that this past season. The son, the Hall of Famer, the great Jerry Rice, Brenden Rice, following in his dad's footsteps. A ridiculously productive season at USC, leading the Trojans in touchdowns with 12 on the year. And the man who cannot wait to hear his name called in the upcoming NFL drafts, Brenden Rice, is on set with us here on Total Access. It is awesome to have you with us, man. All right, I know you probably asked a ton about your dad, and I think everyone understands why, because it's Jerry Rice. But I've also worked with enough people to know that kids don't always listen to their parents. How much do you lean on your dad's expertise in terms of playing football?
I mean, just growing up, he always asked me, hey, like, if you ever need help, go ahead and, like, reach out and stuff like that. But you have to know that we're two different body types, so you only can take in so much. I'm a more physical receiver, but he can teach me the IQ within the game, and that's what I really lean on him for.
You know, Brenden, your career really took off once you went to USC. But they reached out to you, Brenden. Like, not because of your father. They reached out to you. They saw you at Colorado. And they're like, Lincoln, Caleb, let's put this band together pretty quickly. Jordan Addison, let's put this thing together, and let's see how quickly we can kind of come together. What was that time in your life like for you, Brenden, coming to become a Trojan, playing in the Coliseum and all of that?
Man, the long list of Trojan alumni and wide receivers. You just going to the University of Southern California, you know that high expectations, and you got to be thankful for the opportunity, as well as getting to play with Lincoln Riley in such a crazy offense, as well as Caleb Williams and so many well-rounded receivers. So just taking in that opportunity, you have to go ahead and just make sure you apply pressure to the details and make sure you're staying grounded in that situation, because the Coliseum is big, but you're going to have to go ahead and stay within the moment.
All right, you mentioned Caleb Williams. Obviously, this guy could be your teammate, could be the number one overall pick to the Chicago Bears or whoever ends up owning that selection. What don't we know about Caleb? Because you have unique insight, whether it's in the huddle, on the sidelines, in the locker room, practice, back at the crib as well. What do we not know about this guy and what he's capable of doing?
The thing is with Caleb Williams, man, like, he's a well-rounded person. So he is who he is on the field as well outside of the locker room. So you got to go ahead and understand that, yeah, he might be a little bit different, but this guy's a grinder. I see him in there at 6 a.m. early workouts, just putting in the extra work necessary to go ahead and take the next steps to the next level. And that's what I liked about him so much, because you can go ahead and say he's flashy or he's doing all these type of little things, but the person who he is on that field, as well as in that weight room and running out on conditioning, all that type of stuff, all the little things, that's the type of person you got to respect.
Brenden, we're not bringing you on the set today and not do a bonus breakdown. Like, I want to bring you into the film room here. We got a couple plays together, because there's one thing that keeps showing up when I watch you play, and it doesn't matter if it's against Arizona State, that touchdown against Washington. When I watch you play, I constantly see you, like right here. You're just running to the post right here, a little divide. You constantly are getting behind the defense, Brenden. Like, I know you ran a good time, but there's a playing speed right here. Like this right here, like when you can put a guy on your backside and play a little LeBron in the low post, a little double move right here, you constantly get behind the defense. And then your ability to track the deep ball, I think, is as good as there is in this draft.
You know, Baldy, I thank you. I really appreciate that. Just so you know, just all the compliments. But yeah, just going ahead and developing within that USC offense put me in a position to be successful. So you got to go ahead and just go ahead and minimize the outside noise and know what you can do on that field, and it's all in the tape.
Yeah, you look at your development has been extraordinary, and obviously you capped it off with a tremendous season at USC. You go through this combine process, you're talking to teams. What's the feedback been to you about what you can be and what your expectation level is for yourself on Sundays?
I mean, shoot, the sky's the limit. It's all about the work that you put in and day out, and you got to go ahead and stay grounded. If you put in the necessary work in and day out, then you're going to be who you are. And shoot, I feel as though I can be the greatest ever as long as I go ahead and stick to my roots.
I brought up the combine, and obviously I think a lot of us were watching our coverage here at NFL Network, and players only on NFL Plus. When I say players only, a couple legends happened to stop by, including one that you know very well who was willing to critique your performance at the combine. Let's take a quick little listen to that.
Let's take one more look at that Rice family shoestring catch right here as we take a look, a little replay of what Brenden was able to do on that out route. Here we go, right here. Let's see this sucker here.
Oh, nice turn.
That's strong hands right
No,
there.
that's an incredible
but he
grab.
got to drag that back foot.
Yeah.
Look, it's the NFL now. It's the NFL now. You're right. But make sure it's a catch.
Okay, so Dad's got a little critique for it. Did he talk to you after that?
Man, I told my dad, I was like, Pops, you a hater, just so you know that. Nah, but you have to go ahead and look at it as you're listening to the GOAT here. So he's always going to have some type of criticism, especially as a father. And just that being that figure in my life. So just going ahead and getting that criticism from him and saying I got to go ahead and drag that back foot, even though I did get 2 feet in, man. you got to take it with a grain of salt a little bit all times.
Brenden, you have like one of the, I think, a really important quote that's yours, that's your words. That I think is really important at this time of the year. And it's, you just got to keep stacking days, stacking good days together. That always leads to good results. Like, I believe in that statement right there, Brenden. Tell me how much you believe in it, how important it is in this whole process right now.
I mean, shoot, success is not inherited, it's earned. So you got to go ahead and stack as many days as you can and put yourself in the best position possible because it's a dogfight out there, especially in the NFL. Everybody's good. So your work ethic and your attention to detail is what separates you.
Brenden, it was a joy watching you at USC, previously, obviously, at CU as well. Cannot wait to see where you land on Sundays, man. Enjoy this process and enjoy draft day.
Thank you.